platform, let's say, and we are talking of course about the newly established E-SWAN initiative, the European Space Weather and Space Climate Association, that started in 2022, has its origins in two sources, I would say. In the early 2000s, there was a clear need to align and bring together researchers in the space weather community. And several initiatives were set up to this end by the European Space Agency. And then next to these initiatives, one of the key drivers of this movement was also the COST program. Because in 2003, there was a successful proposal for a so-called COST action to build a network that would support this community. And it had a name, developing the scientific basis for monitoring, modeling and predicting space weather. And this marked a significant step forward for the community to build capacity. This network was active between 2003 and 2007 and laid the groundwork for subsequent, let's say, initiatives. And the momentum was good to the extent that another proposal was submitted for a new COST action. And that took place, I think, in 2008, indeed. The title of this COST action was Developing Space Weather Products and Services in Europe, and it ran until 2012. So both of these COST actions paved the way, eventually, to the creation of the European Space Weather and Space Climate Association, E-SWAN. And that is how, the initiative was born. Well, COST supports researchers that would like to build a network of peers for the exchange of scientific ideas, breakthroughs, and these two COST actions I was just referring to brought together this community in a structured format for a period of 4 years. And these were instrumental in building the capacity in the space weather community. Now, apart from, let's say, the coordination and the capacity building efforts, these actions resulted in different achievements, such as, first and foremost, a widely accepted definition of space weather, because that did not exist at the time. So that at least we had a point of reference to the conversations around this topic. But also the enhancement of space weather centers in Brussels, in Warsaw and in Prague, and even the establishment of new space weather centers in Graz in Austria and Exeter in the UK. So I think those are already very important milestones, but it didn't stop there. The COST actions also led to the creation of a widely recognized and high impact journal called the Journal of Space Weather and Space Climate, and the establishment of a conference cycle called the European Space Weather Week. So this community has really been very productive. Next to these, let's say, more direct outcomes, over the years there's also an increasingly important number of projects on space weather that were funded from the European Framework Program for Research and Innovation. And these, let's say, topics were picked up we call them the Framework Program for Research and Innovation, and they have subsequent numbers when we talk about them. Currently we are in the 9th Framework Program, but the 6th Framework Program already included 14 references, and the previous Framework Program, that was the 8th, included more than 300 references for projects that were supported financially with European Union budget. So that also underpins, let's say, the momentum that is built by the community. And of course, then the establishment of the newly formed E-SWAN Association is the next step for translating all the efforts into a sustainable way on a European level and also beyond, I would say. first of all, I think that E-SWAN is an excellent example of how cost action can result in sustainable impact. So even after the lifetime, which typically is 4 years of an action, there is something that sustains in supporting this community. And we use that also as a success story when we make a plea to receive our funding for the entire program from the European Commission. So in that sense, I always say your success is our success. And at the same time, because we are talking here about a vibrant community of enthusiasts and professionals, and of course we would warmly invite the community to submit proposals for other cost actions to keep the flame alive. Well, first and foremost, of course, I would like to congratulate you with the formation of the E-SWAN Association. We are very proud, but it is your, let's say, fruit of hard labor that we were able to contribute to this process, and we really wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors.